Hello and welcome back. It's me, Karina, with you again, and today's topic is going to be self-respect. Now, we're not going to be talking about the common way it's viewed, which is in terms of your body. That's the number one thing when people refer to it. We're going to be talking about 6 things that you should be respecting that most people don't even think about. Self-respect is a choice, it's a lifestyle, and when you make these tiny little tweaks to all of these things that I'm going to write down today, you will notice that your life is going to be changing, because when you have self-respect for yourself, of course, other people will follow. If you cannot respect yourself, then you can forget about anybody else respecting you either. So having respect, of course, gives you elegance. It can open successful doors for you. It shows class and so much more, because when you have self-respect, again, you're holding yourself to the highest standard possible, as you should be. When you let these little things slide, which I'm going to talk about next, you'll realize that your life might start to slide as well. And you don't want that. You want to live your life to your highest standards so you can become the most powerful and best version of yourself, which is what I teach on this channel. I hope that I can guide you to that. So I make videos all about that. So do subscribe to this channel and like this video if you have not yet already. And speaking of respect and more so confidence and how to really light up a room, I wrote a ebook guide that you can get at intoamilylady.com/confidence. You can also find it down in the description. It's very beneficial to start shifting your mindset towards this aspect of self-respect, for confidence, to build yourself a better life. The first and foremost thing I want to say is respect for your clothes. I have many fashion videos on this channel, and I think that the way you present yourself physically is a huge portion of self-respect, and your clothes, right? A lot of people tend to go for cheaper clothes because they think they don't know how to take care of something that's more higher end, but you must train yourself to know how to handle these more expensive and luxurious things, because you are an expensive and luxurious thing yourself. So it's only fitting that you have things that represent that. And no matter what type of budget you're on, your clothes must always be respected, which means you can't just leave them hanging around on the chair, on the floor, in the dirty pile of laundry for weeks and weeks, and be wearing things with holes and tears. I have many videos about this, but the way you respect your clothes is ultimately the next step in life for you, right? If you don't really care about your clothes, if you leave them in a pile, more nicer clothes will not make your way into your life. I know it sounds silly, but that's how it works. Things you have gratitude for, things that you take good care of, will come back and will bring you more. And actually, fun story, this dress I am wearing right now is a dress that my mother wore to a pageant about 20 years ago, and it is in perfect mint condition. It's from Italy. It's beautiful. It feels beautiful, and it looks completely brand new. The next thing of respect is your area, basically your personal space, your cleanliness, okay? You are a female, a woman, or you may be a male watching my channel. It doesn't really matter, but this is so important because it goes back to your mindset. If you don't have respect for your area, for your workspace, for your bedroom, if you're living in a land full of clutter and messiness, you're not respecting yourself, you're not respecting the freedom of your mind, because things around us clutter our mind as well. So we have to know how to keep our area clean. You might think nobody's watching, you might think it's behind closed doors, but what it does is that it builds very unhealthy long-term habits that are really hard to break. And if you are really trying to become the best version of yourself, you have to realize that all of these things, they might seem so innocent and little, but they build your character. So when you know you are clean, when things are tidy in order, your mind is clean, you feel more at ease, and this is a priority. Point number 3 might actually be the most critical area that no one is really respecting these days, and that's your time. I talk about this all the time on my channel. It's your most valuable asset, and people live like they have infinite amount of time. We all have dreams and desires, but for some reason we never act on them. We think that we can do them in 5 years, in 10 years, and before you know it, you haven't acted on anything. So people are sitting around, not growing themselves, spending and wasting time on TV, on social media apps. We're really, even as far as wasting their time with acquaintances that are not really adding value to their life, that are not really quality people that are going to enhance your life. You have to be selfish with your time. You have to surround yourself with things, learning experiences, people that will take you to the next level instead of ones that are just kind of atrophying your brain. The next one is point number 4, which is your hygiene. Okay, so not only is this extremely important for health purposes, but again, going back to that mental state. And this is important. Some people kind of overlook this, but with your mindset, you want to obviously be hygienic because you feel more productive when you look better put together with your hygiene, and especially the way you are at home, not looking like a slob, like you just rolled out of bed. It makes you more productive. It makes you happy. And you don't have that many years on this planet. I mean, you can have 100, 200 if that's possible, but it's still a finite amount of time. So why would you not want to spend it looking not your best all the time, but enough to give you an extra boost, an extra confidence, so you can be more productive in all areas of your life? I'm not saying completely glam up every single day. Obviously, there's not enough time for that, but find a routine that makes you feel uplifted, whether it's just putting on a little bit of mascara, maybe some lip liner and a little bit of blush, or putting your hair up in a nice bun. Anything that makes you feel elevated. This is different for everybody. However, you will notice what your kind of routine is when you actually feel that feeling of upliftment. And in terms of other parts of hygiene, this really goes also back to your health. For example, your teeth hygiene, just your body checkups, things like that, the hygiene of your food even. These things really have to be taken into consideration, because the things you don't take care of now oftentimes don't show up until years and years ahead. And by that time, there's more damage control that has to be done, while in the beginning, you could have done preventative measures. A good example of this is the health of your teeth, right? Are you getting regular teeth cleanings? It's recommended every 6 months to get one, but maybe you should even push that back and do every 3 months, because it's preventative and it's much better than having a cavity, right? Area number 5 is having respect for your relationships. Now, this goes to so many other things. It is self-respecting your relationship with yourself. So that's you being connected to you knowing your body, knowing your mind, following your gut, being able to continually work on your mind and body connection, so you are aware of your emotions, of what your goals, of your thought patterns. This is all very, very important. And I'm huge into self-development and really connecting to your mind, because honestly, when you're at that level, you get inspirations, you get ideas. So your most helpful relationship, and that's going to get you most success and everything else, is your relationship with yourself. And you always must be working on it. You have to take time to meditate, to read, to self-analyze, to journal, anything that helps you get closer to that. And then, of course, all of your other relationships and having self-respect there, going back to your time and who you're spending it with, really cutting out anybody that isn't making you elevated. So anyone that's adding negativity or toxicity to your life, whether it's a romantic or platonic relationships, you want to stay away from them, because honestly, they're not adding to your life. They're going to stress you out more, and we all know how dangerous stress is for us. And last but not least, among all of this and so many more, is respecting your body. And I don't mean in the way that most people refer to it. I mean in really taking care of it. So many people pass up the gym, they opt in for the better tasting food, and it just leads them onto this downward negative habit building that they don't realize until it's too late, right? The average population is overweight. It's unhealthy. It leads to so many problems. And I know that this is a sensitive subject for many, and everybody preaches body positivity and to love yourself. And while that is the case, it is not an excuse to have an unhealthy lifestyle. And that's just the honest truth. Your looks and your appearance, as superficial as it may be, there's a biological reason of why people are attracted to those things. And the reason is health and reproductivity, is that your body governs your whole life. And if you are not taking care of it, if you're not improving on it, then it's going to lead to unproductivity in other parts of your life, unmotivation perhaps, more sluggish, more sedentary lifestyle. And it's not good for you, right? You always want to, I'm not saying go sign up for CrossFit and go crazy and beast mode every single day, but you have to find something that's comfortable for you, that is getting you closer to your best possible health. Everyone is on different playing fields, but you must take this seriously with your exercise, with the types of food you eat, with your sleep. All of this is necessary because it composes your life. You have to treat your body as a temple, because if you don't treat it as a temple, nobody else will. I talk a lot about this in my ebook that I wrote about confidence, which I mentioned early in the video. You can get it down below, but it's having a mindset of abundance, that all these kind of superficial things, whether it's fast food or laziness, it's always going to be available because that's the easy route to me. So whenever I want it, I can technically have it, but what I can't always have is my health and feeling productive. So that's really what I should be working on, right? So all of these things are part of self-respect. Of course, there's so many other things, but you really should be taking all of these seriously. That's gonna be it for this video. I will see you in the next one.